because we are living in a neurotypical world, and I'm a neurodivergent girl, and I'm just honestly, I'm just trying to figure things out, man. First things first, look at my clicky keyboard. It's so good. Right, okay. And it's pink. Okay. Anyway, hello and welcome to the Neurospicy side of YouTube. I'm Caitlin, and I have got a whole bunch of things that I want to tell you. But first and foremost, thank you so much for joining me. This is a very new thing for me, and I'm really excited that you're here with me. Let's get right on into it. I want the world to be a more inclusive place for neurodivergent minds. I was diagnosed with ADHD last April, and it was liberating, it was relieving. It gave me the language to put to words how my mind works and how my body works, which is fantastic. But it's been such a journey in order to get to this point where I have fully accepted it, I can embrace it. And although the loved ones in my life were so supportive, absolutely fantastic, the resources out there in terms of like medical doctors, nurses, is quite slim. Whether you choose to take medication or you don't medicate, I've personally done both. I could do a whole video about that. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're interested in. It's a whole journey, and I feel as though there's so many, Reddit articles and TikTok videos and YouTube videos and sort of a bunch of resources out there that is a little bit overwhelming. There's a lot of these buzzwords, dopamine, motivation, task initiation, spiky profiles, the 3 types of ADHD. I just found it so overwhelming when I was at the start of my ADHD journey. And don't get me wrong, I have experience in a couple qualifications, but I am learning every day. Every day is a school day. So I'm really hoping to shed some light on the reality of being neurodivergent, of having ADHD, what that's like for me and my experience, what my journey's been like. And I really hope that it helps someone else out there who might be going through the same thing. My vision for this Neurospicy, I got big dreams. I got big dreams, and we're going to make it happen. I want to basically use this platform as mostly a educational platform, but also just sharing content, stories, having a bit of fun with it, and building that sense of community where we can support one another, and help each other out, because the world is a scary place, man. The world is a scary place, and the older I get, the more I realize that the world was not built for minds like ours. But that doesn't mean that we can't achieve our dreams and like rock and roll, man. I am just a big hippie at the end of the day. I am by no means a medical professional or a clinician. I have obviously got lived experience of ADHD and a sprinkle of autism. I've worked in SEN education before, working with neurodivergent people and young people, and I've got a qualification in neurodiversity support and learning disability support through the Oliver McGowan training. Currently, just trying to get my tier 2 in there. So that's what gives me sort of credibility, if you'd like to call it that, to talk about this. But most importantly, I'm really wanting to build my own brand, my own Neurospicy brand. We've got the platform. I'm working on some sensory friendly clothing. I'm working on it. Okay. So that's really exciting. I'm really hoping to write a book as well. We've got big dreams for this, but starting with the first video, which is this, I'm hoping to just give you a wee bit of introduction to myself. Now, as you can tell, I'm from Glasgow, and I can blether, I can talk for Scotland, so I can. And in getting that first ADHD diagnosis, everything clicked into place, for me at least. I always struggled with social norms. I always struggled with, not being fidgety, but also paying attention for long periods of time, transitioning environments. That's always been a struggle for me. So when they finally told me that, oh, it's ADHD that you've got, it clicked into place. And even now, a year after my diagnosis, I'm thinking back to like when I was a kid, you know, not being able to focus in the classroom or getting into detentions and stuff like that. And that's because this word of neurodiversity and awareness, I would like to say, is so new. It is so new. I'm 25, and when I was 15, 16, granted, I was raised in outside of the UK, it just wasn't a discussion. So I think the more resources of proper informed education and videos, things like that, the better. And absolutely learning more about it and more about my brain has given me a wee bit more, how would you say, a wee bit more peace with it, and it's allowed me to accept my mind, how it works, and sort of work around that and honor that as well, because that's really important um, in being your most authentic self, being most true to you. And that's something that I absolutely try and live by. I encourage the people around me to live by that, because if you're not living your truth, then you're not living. So it is. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? I'm hoping, basically, as I've said, I want to reduce the social stigma. I'd like to think that we have made such a wonderful leap in terms of neurodiversity, equality, you know, honouring all different neurotypes and all different types of brains and people and how they work. But we've still got a long way to go, because there is still a social stigma, you know. For myself, sometimes social norms and invisible cues, whether it be at work, especially in a corporate setting, there's sometimes invisible rules and social norms that I just don't get. I just don't get it. And it's taken time to learn those, you know, and to put the extra effort in if and when necessary, if and when appropriate, you know. And it's a scale to balance that masking, unmasking when you feel as an individual that you might have to mask, because it's not always safe to unmask. And not everyone talks about that. It's a very, very real thing. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, a little bit about what I want to do with this channel. And I'm really hoping in the next few videos, I want to go over what ADHD means to me, a bit more about spiky profiles, because not everyone knows what those are, and to just go over a wee bit more in depth, I'd say, about ADHD traits, life, being an ADHDer, having autism, the lot, really going over it. And if you guys have any questions or comments or recommendations of things that you want me to go over, please, by all means, I've got 1,000 ideas, but give me 1,000 more, because the more the merrier, truly. I hope I've given a wee bit of insight into what this channel is going to be, and I will see you in the next one. To tell you a wee bit about myself, I'm probably just going to go off script, so there's no point in writing the script in the first place. Okay, my sock is doing my head in. What was I saying? The one making a positive impact on the neurodivergent community is up there, and we're going to do it together. Have a wonderful day, and I shall see you in the next video, where we will go over, I'm not sure yet, we'll see. Thank you so much.